Let's go get it.
Ayo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Boy with the bag out here. Welcome to the Bag Talk with the boy with the bag, TBWTB. Shafade, I got my dog out here.
Hello, guys. My name is Munaka.
Yeah. And then we have legend behind the camera.
Legend behind the camera is
upset
today.
Yeah, and then we also have someone behind the camera. Also, what's your name, Mata? Mantla.
Yeah.
Mantla. We have Mantla behind the cap. And to Venda, we have a very special guest, Mr. Netswera in the building. Welcome to the Bag Talk, ne?
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah. Please just introduce yourself to them people who don't know who's Mr. Netswera.
Thanks, man. Thank you guys for the invitation.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor, guys. As you have mentioned already, my name is Netswera. I'm from Tswera. That's where I grew up.
Also, your same name, Netswera. Oh, it links with where you are coming from.
You know, man.
Oh,
so you are real blood. Real blood.
Yeah, we are all royal, guys. We are all special. Everybody's royalty. It's just that it happened that I'm still staying in the village with the same name as my surname. So.
Yeah, by the way, we are from the same place, guys.
Oh, yeah. From the same place. How do you know him? Then is he related to you? Are you guys related?
No, man.
How did you get to know
He's
him?
our leader, man.
Oh,
He's our leader, this guy, man.
Let's respect. Please just give us maybe the bio, the background on how it's like living there back in Venda, because most people, they don't know, okay, Venda Shap, what happens there. They just assume what it's a messed up place like Zimbabwe or something like that. They just assume what it's very rural. So please just explain, was it a rural area, urban area there where you're coming from?
No, man. Where I come from is rural. We come from deep rural, man. It's very deep rural. But you know, there are benefits of staying in rural areas. We still have a little bit of Ubuntu, even though it's eroded by these Western cultural influences. Yeah, people are still a little bit humane, man. Like these towns where there is a lot of morality decay, but the time I grew up, things were still done in an orderly manner. Ubuntu was still practiced there in the villages. We used to respect elderly people and the environment as well. You
used to respect them, so no, you no longer respect them.
I do.
Oh, so people who growing up there, they no longer respect. Oh.
Yeah, I'm generalizing. I'm referring to the majority of people. What is happening right now. But I still believe that the people of my generation still have the values.
Do you think the education here back in Netswera right there, is it good, the education system on that side?
Nah, you can't really say that, because you cannot isolate any place in this country from the rest of the country, you know. If ever there is a problem within the system, it's an educational problem, right? Which means it's going to affect everywhere. So
the reason why I'm asking that is because you are very fluent with English, and I know you are from the same place with this guy, but it's very terrible, this guy. So
these guys are
no, man, I've listened to your podcast. Munaka can speak English.
He's going there.
Munaka can speak English.
It's good.
There's another time when this guy wanted to say thank you a lot. He said, take a lot.
Someone was going that day.
Take a lot, guys. Take a lot.
No. But
there were a lot of girls, man.
That's content, right?
You know, like for instance, when I was in tertiary, language barrier was one of the problems, because where we grow up, you grow up only speaking one language. You speak your Venda language, and then you're not exposed to any other language. And by the time you transit and you come to universities, you have to learn to speak English, because it's the medium of communication, and it's quite a big barrier.
I heard they teach English in Venda there. when they teach English, they
Yeah,
teach it
in
Venda.
Venda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even in secondary, it was like that.
Yeah. So which secondary did you attend?
I attended Tengwe Secondary School. You know Tengwe, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's a big school.
Yeah.
It's a big school.
One of the
That
best.
produces the best, man. You know,
Yeah.
so
Were you the best in that school?
yo, man, I couldn't be.
The competition is tight.
No way, man. Yeah, no. When I passed my standard 5, it used to be standard 5 there, the primary level, right? And then I took position number 1, right? Then I went to 10 with there. You see, in that school, the top of most of the schools in that area in Tulamela goes there. As far as from Toyando, Shayandim and all that, they go there to 10. My man, I end up getting position 20, so...
From one. Hey,
From one.
Hey,
And not that I was doing bad.
Yeah.
No, I had good marks, but there were people who were really kicking ass there.
99.
Yeah.
Some people are getting everything and things that are not even in the test. The teacher is marking and it's like, 5 out of 2. 5 out of 2.
Yeah. Anything else?
Munanga, you have any question?
Anything from me?
Munanga, I had a question for you here. It's written here. Munanga is asking about political views that you have in current situation in South Africa.
Okay.
Political views that you have currently in South Africa. Especially, also I can point out the Elon Musk, Trump situation, if I may go outside of South Africa.
Okay, that's international, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, right, I'll start with the current political situation, right?
Yes.
Guys, you know, man, we have a problem in Africa. Africa has got, I can say the world has got a leadership problem, but the leadership problem of Africa has been around for some time, right? If we can go back to 1994, when we acquired democracy, of course, the apartheid system had a lot of bad things going on, especially with regarding to the treatment of black people, right? But there was a lot that they were doing right. All right. So, for instance, corruption. There wasn't that much corruption, and I mean, we have towns and all that. This is the University of Northwest,
but in healthy.
I believe that it was built then, right?
Yeah.
By the apartheid government, right? So the apartheid government built a lot of infrastructure.
Yes.
And the crime levels were very low. The police system was working, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they were very patriotic, those guys. White people, I still believe that white people are still more patriotic than black people in this country. So now, after 1994, when the ANC government took over the power, I think they were not ready. For real, they were not ready. You cannot tell really what developments they brought to this country. What I can say is there is no political will within the current leadership to build the country. They are not even patriotic enough to ensure safety within the country. I mean, I understand very well that we are Africans, all right? And all these other countries within the continent are our brothers. We cannot separate ourselves from them. But before we talk about Pan-Africanism, we need to really secure our borders first to ensure that they're not porous in a way that anybody can just come in, because you find that a lot of people who come in are not coming with good intentions, right? So now, if you look at it, since 1994, there's been a huge increase of crime in the country.
Yes.
I'm scared. I'm even scared to drive in the evening now. When I was in I bought the first car in
You want to say
in 2000, it was in 2000, things were still better.
Yeah.
The decay is gradual, right?
It was 2000.
2000 and that was 2005.
I was 5 years.
Yeah, we were not worried about hijacks.
Yeah.
No, man, we weren't worried about such things. There wasn't much of those, man. You see, and I mean, there weren't a lot of crimes, but now, my man, no. You see, now I'm gonna drive out. I have to be very careful. Yeah, because I can get hijacked. It's like almost every month I know somebody who's been hijacked. Somebody that I know. So the crime situation in this country is bad. It's very bad.
The people are dying.
Yeah, people are dying, man. Do you know that in South Africa, the number of people that dies out of crime in this country, it exceeds the number of death in an area where there is war. Anna, go and check it out. Check it out. So it's more like we are living in a war zone.
And you are used to it.
It's normal for us.
And it is very bad that we are normalizing it.
What can we do?
Yeah.
No, like I said, there is no political will, right? It's a democracy. And in a democracy, the citizens chooses the government that they want. They choose the government of the day, right? So the people has chosen what they want, and this is what we want. The crime has been going on for some time, and there's been elections in between all these years, and we're choosing the same people. So we want this. We like crime in South Africa there.
So I just want to comment real quick on we chose the government that is in power.
Yeah.
We chose ANC, but ANC decided to join with D and all that. At the end of the day, we didn't choose the government in power today.
But
if we can put it like that.
Prior that, because it's recent, this one, the DA thing, we are still going to see whatever they are going to change for now. We haven't seen
we voted.
Yeah.
We voted.
For ANC.
For ANC.
Yeah.
Right? Our vote didn't count to nothing because they changed things.
Now your vote count.
Okay, I'm not saying nothing pay.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm saying basically, technically, at the end of the day.
Can I go back a little bit? Just a bit, right?
Yeah.
Since 1994, the ANC was winning with the majority, right? And they were messing up big time, right? That's why we have all these challenges that we have. The economy is not growing, we have corruption, we have crime, the cities are degrading, they are decaying, and a lot of things, unemployment. There's a lot of challenges that we have in this country because of the ANC, right? And now that is a democracy that the citizens has to choose the government of the day. People were choosing ANC over and over again. Those are black people that were choosing ANC. Until such time, people got tired that we find ourselves today in the government of national unity because people stopped voting for the ANC. That it didn't get the majority, which is a good thing because it's a democracy. They should be competitive. It must. These organizations must win in merit. They have to go out there and work to satisfy the voters. Right? But it was not happening like that.
That part is disturbing things. Man.
Now I you know, to tell you the truth, I don't even see, like, for the first time, I went to the voting station in the last national elections without really knowing who to vote for. Because there isn't a party or any leader that I feel that is dedicated and has vision to actually take this country to other levels or to fix what has been broken all these years. You understand what I'm saying? So this MK party is just one of those, man. It's just one of all these parties. They're the same. All of them are the same. They just want to loot. Yeah, they want to lose. I mean, Jacob Zuma wants to protect himself from all the corruption charges that he's got. Then he has to form the party. And of course, he's thinking that he has looted, then he can get another opportunity to continue looting. And you can say the same with all these other parties. I mean, Julius Malema has disappointed us. Big time.
How?
Yeah, I was very vocal. Like when the EFF was formed, we were in a situation, in a state where we were fed up with ANC and all the corruption that they were doing and all that. And then Julius Malema came and then he said, no, there's going to be a revolution now. We're changing everything now. We want clean governance. We are going to industrialize and all those things. And then we bought it. We were like, yo, we got a Sankara in South Africa. Yo, man. And then I mean, he was our hope. He really was our hope, and we felt that he is going to be better than all these other presidents who are just maintaining the status quo. You understand? But
they haven't given him the chance.
We gave him a chance. Julius messed up. He messed up, man. Don't forget that this guy, who speaks of the economic emancipation of black people, goes on to be part of the VBS looters. The only black-owned bank in this country. He couldn't even answer to that. I heard. I'm not saying this is correct. I heard that Mwiseni Dozi asked Floyd Shivambu and Malema, why are you guys not commenting about the VBS looting that people are accusing you guys, that you are part of it? And he was told that you must not forget that you got interviewed when you get into this organization. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a serious threat. You got interviewed.
Yeah, you got interviewed. Which means you got hired. You can be fired.
You can be fired.
You see? So they are all the same, guys.
So why is
Okay. I wanted to ask you, do you think we need a new political party with fresh minds, like youth?
I think we need a fresh white person.
A white person?
No, no. Personally, you know what I mean? Personally, I feel like if we can have, not to say white or black, fresh minds, because I feel like, you see, ANC or EFF is filled with old people. I don't want to sound somehow, but it's filled with old people who can't keep up with current affairs or situations that youth are facing. Meaning that even to improve, you need to at least have a mindset to say, okay, this is what youth want, this is what they think about, and this is how they might get to that point they want to get to. So my question is, do you think we need another political party that is formed by youth? Or maybe we just need to eradicate the old ANC and put new ANC, young ANCs?
Yeah, that's a nice question.
You see, guys, first we need to ask ourselves if the system of governance that we have now works for the likes of our country, right? We need to first look at do we want democracy? Does it work for us, or do we want autocracy? I mean, democracy is not the only system that works now. And if you look all over Africa, I haven't really seen an effective democratic government, right? That really is progressive. I haven't seen one, but I can tell you. You have Rwanda. You see what Paul Kagame did there in Rwanda. He developed the country, man. That country, you see skyscrapers there and all that. It's not developed by white people. No, it's Paul Kagame who did that. And that guy is a dictator. Yeah, and who said it's bad? So we need to ask ourselves that question. If democracy really works in Africa. Because it's all about vision, guys. If you can have a visionary leader, regardless of the style of governance that person has, if that person is patriotic and is a visionary leader, he can do a lot, or she can do a lot, you see. But then now you're asking a question, if we need another youthful political party, right? No, it's not about that. Maybe the question should be, can we have a youthful leader who is courageous enough to implement all the progressive mechanisms that can actually develop the country and put us in a better position globally, economically, and security-wise. Such things, you see. Maybe we can have a Buiseni Rosie there. Yeah, as our president. I'm just making a
Don't you think
example.
we need a white person? Why are you against having a white person if you are? Are you against having a white person as a president?
South Africa is a black majority country, right? Yes, and black people in South Africa, as compared to other races, especially white people, are still very disadvantaged. I don't think we are yet in a position which we can have a president of any other race. And apart from that, we know that white people have a very difficult and very bad reputation when it comes to issues of race, right? Yeah, and I still see it. I see it. You go out to the street, you go to workplaces, everywhere you encounter white people. There is that element of racism, man. White people are still racist. You understand
So
what I'm
you
saying?
think it's going to be worse if we have a president, a white president?
Definitely, definitely. You don't want a white president in Africa. Africa is for Africans. White people must be presidents in Europe, and Chinese must be presidents there in Asia. You see, here in Africa we need black people.
Yeah,
here.
like.
Hey, but,
So why do Zulu people support Zulu Matruman? Zulu people, yeah. Why?
About
The Zulu people.
Yeah.
I'm a critic of tribalism, man. Like strongly. I really believe that we should do away with this thing of tribal divisions and all that. Even when I introduce myself, I don't go there and say, hey, how you doing, man? My name is Ribuani and I'm Venda. No, I don't do that. Now, I am the citizen of the world, but I'm black. I'm a black man, and I'm proud to say I'm a black man because a black man is not loved anywhere. Anywhere in the world, a black man is not loved, so we need to have black pride, right? But first, I'm human. We just need to first be human. But black people must unite. Black people in Africa must unite. And in South Africa, we should do away with this thing of tribalism, man. It's getting out of hand lately.
yeah.
It's really, ANC used to be a multiracial and multi-tribal organization that really did a lot in eradicating this problem of tribalism. But since Jacob Zuma took power, his administration promoted tribalism. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's a very tribal person. You see, Zulu people are like Afrikaners, right? Yeah, they are like Afrikaners. Like Eugene Terblanche was asked if he's a racist. He said, no, I'm not a racist. I just love my race more.
Hey, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
But he's
So
not
now-
lying. Was he lying then? He was right by then. Lenna would say the same thing. I'm not racist. I just like my black color.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay, I have a question. This one is a psychological question. If you treat every culture different, are you a racist? You don't treat a specific culture different. You just treat every culture different. Are you a racist?
Different in which way?
No, how can I say this? Okay, you love your culture more.
No. South Africa is a diverse country. Yeah, culturally. We are very diverse. Just like other African countries. So, of course, you relate with that which you are used to, right? You have your culture, you were raised within a certain culture, right? Of course, you love your culture, right? But then, loving your culture doesn't necessarily mean that you should hate other cultures. No. Hatred and love should be separated accordingly. your love for your family doesn't necessarily mean that you hate other families, right?
Yeah. Perfect example.
So now, as a Venda person, I will assume you are Venda speaking.
Aye.
As a Venda person, you should be able to love your culture as a Venda person, but you must have interest in other cultures. But anyway, you cannot be an African man and say that you're isolating yourself from other African ethnic groups. Because if you look at it closely, all our African cultures are the same. We practice Ubuntu. The origin is the same. If you look closely, the way Zulu people practice their culture is the same as the Venda people practice their culture before it's diluted by Christianity. All right. So I am black. I have attended a lot of functions and weddings and other things, cultural things, events in KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape and all that. I was never surprised. There's no culture shock. It's the same, man. Yeah, it's the same. So we are just black people. We practice Ubuntu, and we shouldn't discriminate amongst each other. We must just celebrate our differences.
Okay. I once interviewed someone, and that person said, for us to be united, we must just use one language as black people. What do you say on that one? Because it's like we were separated so that we can fight amongst each other, just like we have the Zulus. You might find that Zulus are fighting with Vendas for what you don't know. So he was just saying that we must just all use one language. Here in South Africa, we can start with the Zulu language, and then you forget about your
We strongly disagree.
Like I said, we are diverse, right? We are diverse. We must promote and make sure that we preserve our languages and cultures. But mind you, guys, there's a reason why we're speaking English, right?
Yes.
And it's a medium of instruction, right? And it's not a black language, right? It doesn't come from this continent. It was brought here by the people who forced us to speak it, right? So
Force is the way, Baba. Force is the way.
yeah, they came with an agenda. They were not playing games. That's why today we're speaking English, right? They were brutal about it, forced us to speak it. But now when we say we black people are now independent, right? It means that we have to have our own agenda, which is not influenced by any outsider. So if the African continent, not just South Africa as a country, I believe that the African continent should adopt one language. And a lot of people have been talking about this, that it has to be Swahili.
Yeah. Even that guy, he said that. He said Swahili.
Because,
Swahili.
Swahili
I don't even know
language.
one word for Swahili.
No. Sometimes you speak your Venda language and then you just spoke a Swahili word.
Oh.
Yeah, even the Zulu person, everybody, this got almost...
It's like the core.
Integrate everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll check that language out.
any question about politics?
Education with politics. Let's wrap it up with education.
Political education.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, how is political system affecting what education as a whole? Because there was a trend or something that happened to say the school bought 11 laptops for 2 million. The numbers doesn't make sense because it was calculated, and they said they come to a conclusion that one laptop was costing 91,000.
Oh,
22 million.
We have been corrected.
Not 2 million.
Let's check.
22 million. And then they came to a conclusion: one laptop, 91K. To open PDF. To open a PDF.
Just like that.
So what are we doing wrong there?
But you guys are actually talking of corruption, right? That's corruption. Yeah. Because if we're gonna talk about mismanagement of funds, right? Fruitless expenditures and all that. We're talking corruption, right? Yeah. If we're gonna be talking about the education, then we're talking about the system of education. within this country, right? So I don't know which one is which one. Your question is about
Fix your
corruption.
question.
Mara, they are affecting, like the system is being affected by corruption as a whole,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
we can't talk about the system without involving corruption, because now, last year we were talking about NSFAS lost how many billions
I don't know.
for with ghost students.
Oh.
They created students out of thin air.
Yes, that's
So
corruption.
we can't talk about education and then not talk about corruption. Because everything we've had up to so far leads to corruption
But,
with regards to education.
But then corruption cut across every sector in this country, right? Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. There's nowhere where there's a big budget where there's no corruption. And it's something that we've accepted.
Mara, in this case, my concern is, imagine I would say the source of income with the government is improving education, people work, pay tax, right? And then you can continue eating the money, right?
Yeah.
But now if you then go and cut or start chowing billions in funding scheme, that is going to then later help you get more money. You see now, my chat here is why now is this corruption affecting education in this magnitude? You understand? Because now it's like they don't want anyone to get any education now. Because if they, like it happened, they charge billions. I don't know how many billions, Mara. Billion. There's no way that it went away unnoticed. People in charge, they were pressing buttons, saying yes, I accept.
Yes,
ne?
yes.
Yeah.
And then that is going to affect the whole country as a whole, because education not only influences the economy, but the infrastructure as a whole, everything.
We are cooking, chief.
Yeah, because now this NSFAS money, it's going to educate engineers, doctors, nurses, teachers. If you take that away from a country, what's left?
Yeah. You know, guys, we are living in a very corrupt country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know all the scandals, guys. Like I said, corruption is in every sector. It's not just in the education sector, right? As much as we are losing a lot when it comes to educating our students and bettering the education system itself, the infrastructure, and like you said, technology-wise, people are charging money that are meant to buy computers and all that. Of course, we do feel that we are, instead of progressing, we going backwards a lot, right? But to fix this, you need to fix the government. You need to fix the element of corruption. There's a lot of corruption, guys. Like, it starts with the minister. It starts there. The minister is still blade the man.
No, they changed the
They changed it.
NSFAS one.
If you go to Google now, you will find that there's a lot of scandals that involving blade in demand back then, right? And he was the minister, right? Yeah. So if he is the one that's corrupting everybody, all right, so it will go down to even the students will start chowing. That's how this thing is a cancer. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I see what happened.
Yeah, because the leadership, the president, the ministers, and everybody in political positions, must be the ones that actually give direction to what needs to be done. They must speak out against corruption and make sure that they do something about it. Whoever does corruption must be punished. But if they are the ones who are doing corruption, then it means your vice chancellor is going to be corrupt as well. And if your vice chancellor is corrupt, then whoever directors you have, I don't know, deans and all that, right, here in the university, they will also be corrupt, right? And then it goes down until the SRC leadership. Then every money that is allocated anywhere within this institution will have a chunk of it going towards corruption. That is what is happening. So it's a political problem.
That's like what is happening in Univen and VUT. They pay for admission.
Yes.
Shots fired.
So I just want to ask about Venda's leaders.
Okay.
Are they doing well?
Which ones?
Venda leaders.
Isn't Pepu still? Hey, I don't know anything.
Which bus?
Oh, the traditional leaders.
Traditional leaders.
Do you still have chiefs there, the kings?
Yeah. It will never, I don't think it will.
Yes, fading away.
Yes,
You are
our
king.
Guys, we have some serious rot within the country, right? Like I said, the rot start from the top all the way to the bottom. All right. So I am the secretary of a royal council. All right. I can tell you, back then, there used to be schools dedicated to educate people who are going to be chiefs, the children of the chiefs and kings and all that, right? There were schools dedicated to that. They were teaching them how to be leaders. They were teaching them the importance of good leadership within societies, all right? Currently, these kings and chiefs don't even know what they're doing. They don't, man. They don't know. They want to be served instead of serving people, because they were never taught that their positions are to serve people. Right now, if you look at it, there is our chiefs are not involved in the development of the areas which they govern, right? They are not involved at all. 1994, the government wanted to abolish this traditional leadership, right? Until Buthelezi and Zwelithini went and say they are not going to participate in the elections, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then they went there to Kruger National Park and sit around the table. Then they decided that no, you know what, we will include you, Gacha Buthelezi there and all that, because they were saying that Inkatha Freedom Party is not going to participate, right? That's when the compromise was made that we're going to have this system of traditional leadership. But otherwise it was going to be abolished, all right? So now we have local governments, right? And then we have traditional leadership, right? In the other hand, and within society, rural societies, we have civic. You see this civic, which works with the local municipality, and the civic represents the community, right? So whichever development comes to those communities goes through the civic because it's politically connected, right? All right, and then now, if it's like that, then tell me the role of the traditional leadership. What is their role within the society?
To recruit. No, but I feel like.
I think traditional leadership will be abolished very soon.
Very soon.
It might not be in my lifetime, but it has become irrelevant in a way that we don't really need it. These chiefs and kings and all, they are cocky. They don't even listen to anybody. Like they have become useless, and they are continuing to make themselves useless. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I'm always very vocal about this thing, right? That
even that thing, project that is happening at Michinjini.
That same project.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, right.
Explain the project for us.
No, he knows. I just saw his video.
Yeah, man. I mean, I believe that as the citizens, first, not just a citizen. As the citizen of the world, we human beings have an obligation to protect nature.
Yes.
We have that obligation. And you dare not keep quiet when you see that something is wrong. And I have learned one thing, that if you see something's wrong, and you look around and you see there is these people that people call leaders within communities and all that, and you know that they were supposed to act in a certain way against whatever is happening, and they're not doing anything, which means you are the one that should be acting. Right? Because if you don't, you know very well that something needs to be done, and nobody's doing it. You must do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now, the issue of sand mining, there is nobody, no human being in the world that has created anything of nature.
Yes.
Nobody create land. And once it's gone, it's gone. Nobody is gonna come back and recreate it.
Yes.
And there is nobody who should be having ownership of land. How do you own something that you can't create? You can't. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot be. If you say I'm owning this laptop, it means that this is man created. This thing, this laptop is man creation, right? And it's something that the owners are selling, all right? So you buy it and you own it.
You are buying ownership.
But then now you go and say, I'm a chief of this whatever community, and now I'm going to mine sand here. You are going to destroy the environment. All right, you're destroying the environment. And the worst part of it is that the chief of Chita, together with his nephews,
Okay.
they went on to go and have a plan on mining sand in that land without consultation. They didn't consult
Okay.
the community.
Community
The
first.
community are seeing this thing on Facebook, that there is a plan of
Yeah.
that this area is going to be mined.
And you have to sign something. What?
And now they're coming with this this thing of theirs. They think they're clever, that they are using our democratic processes to mine that land. They've started the application already and all that, and then people are allowing that. I have an advice for those people. They must not fill the form, and they must tell the chief and whoever that we do not want sand mining here. License or no license, we don't want. And whichever equipment that comes there, they must ban it. Yeah, they must ban it.
But, okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
With that mining, it's not going to create jobs for those people and maybe improve that area.
When you use land, you must use it sustainably.
True,
right?
very true.
And like I said, do not destroy that which you can create. Right? If they want to create jobs out of that land, they must do it in a sustainable way. For instance, they can do agriculture there on that land. Right? When they're tired of doing agriculture, let's say for instance, they can use it again for something else.
Yes.
But don't destroy it. You didn't create it, man. It's not yours. You understand what I'm saying? You can do a lot, man. Like there's a lot that you can do in the land. You can create farms there, whatever you can, man. But please
Don't destroy.
The moment
don't
you
destroy it.
Sure.
Yeah.
all
Even
those
our
options.
animals are in danger then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, aye. Government. So
So
this is.
are there people that are supporting that thing of Project Challenge?
You know, I'll be very frank, né? In every society, especially rural societies, we have a lot of yes men. All right.
Yes, man.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that will just support an idea because it's coming from who they respect. All right. So there is a lot of people who are close. They are in very close proximity with the chief. When I check them, I check their comments on Facebook, and I can see, oh, okay, this one is the nephew. This one is one.
They stand to benefit more.
Yeah, of course. Okay, who's gonna benefit from that? I mean, okay, they say there is a trust fund there. The society doesn't know about that trust fund. So who opened the trust fund?
For who? Because the society doesn't know.
Which means, like it is happening everywhere in other rural areas. Sand mining benefits the chief in destruction of the environment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
And there was part with these people, the chief of Chitaba. The chief of Chitaba made sure that he kills the royal council. There's no royal council there. The royal council is the highest committee of the royal family that represent the whole family. All right, which means they are supposed to be advising the chief.
Or they're the ones that say no if the chief says we are going there.
He can't do that. He must consult with the royal council.
Yes, I'm saying the royal council is the one that can say no to the chief.
They advise the chief.
That's like minister.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, there's such. And within the community, there must be core, right? All right, that's our tradition. The royals cannot do anything that affects the community without it going through court.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And the civic, all right, all those structures are not in place there, in that village. That's why they are doing all these things. Now the chief is the god of that village. He decides everything. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, on himself, he just wakes up in the morning like, I'm going to dig that guy's farm. It's no longer farming anymore. I'm taking the sand because it's mine. That's what they're doing, and it's wrong.
So how many people stand to lose their houses and all that due to that if it's implemented?
I don't think they will go and mine where there is houses, but they will. If they become successful on this bid, they will mine on people's farms, and people who rely on farming for their livelihoods will lose their incomes, right? And apart from that, I said it when the interview started that I grew up in rural. There are places, man, which I have good memories and all that. Yes. When I go there, I know there's this big tree here and there is this path. You know, it means a lot to me. All right. Yeah. So it's like when I go there, I'm connecting back to my roots. You understand what I'm saying? Because of all those memories, right? Okay, you can take away my memories doing something that will be of benefit or long-term benefit to people. But if you are not going to do something that is going to benefit people to that level, please leave it alone. Leave nature alone.
Listen, thank you. Leave it alone.
Yeah. So
anything from the Mr. Manga.
Yeah,
I want this question.
Yeah.
Anything from you based on the issue of the chiefs? Anything? Nothing. Legend, nothing. Let's
know. Do you believe in God? God, yeah, God.
God.
Yeah, let's say God.
I'm from USA, guys. Yeah, do you believe in God?
Yeah, you see, the matter of God is a very complex one. Yeah, because I will have to ask what God is first. You understand? Because we've been fed, since early childhood, we've been fed that there's a God, and in our instance...
It's watching us.
in our instance, from geographic perspective, we are in Southern Africa, and we mostly are Christians when we're speaking of this thing of religion, right? So almost everybody that you meet and you ask what God is, they will tell you that the God has name and it's called Jehovah. Because they're Christians. Yeah, I grew up like that as well. Until such time that I started learning things. So, no, man. How come there is people in certain parts of the world who believe in a certain God and there is others who believe in another God in another part of the world? What is going on here? You know? Yeah, you go to the Middle East, people there, they say Allah, and then here is
Buddha.
Jehovah, and then you got Buddha there, you got Krishna and others. Then you start questioning, right? You start questioning. So the truth is, everybody in the world, even isolated people who has never really met people from civilization, right? They have a concept of God. God is a concept. Doesn't exist.
It's a concept, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a concept. I'm telling you, look at it in this way. This is how I look at it. All right? Human beings feels a need to answer questions. You understand what I'm saying? Human beings have a need for questions to be answered. So now, people looked around and they see mountains,
The sun, the moon.
rivers, they see the moon, stars, animals, other human beings, and it was like, no, man. Because we believe that anything that exists should be created.
Yes.
Then we questioned that, was like, no, man, there must be somebody who created this thing. You understand?
Man, that's a good question.
So now, this question of creation has defeated mankind to an extent that we decided that no, there should be somebody there's somebody with a lot of power, a superhuman, this is a super being somewhere that is responsible for all of this, because we don't have answers to that. We still don't have answers to that.
Yeah.
That's when they decided that they must name that creator, because we don't know who the creator is. Nobody knows. Then in my language is Mzimu, Chikwembu, Wali, and then God is like, what is it, Greek or what? Then there's God and all that. But guys, let's think around it. Nobody has seen God. I mean, they wrote things like lies in the book they call Bible and all those things. They wrote lies there. That there are people who spoke to a God and all those things. I know, guys.
Like Moses.
So yeah, I wanted to ask about Moses, about the 10 Commandments. Do you think he did those things by himself then? And he was like, no, God gave me these stones here.
Have you checked the 10 Commandments?
Yes.
Bro, there's 10 Commandments in my culture. Those things are in my culture, like in our African culture, ne? There is okay, right, guys. You think there's a God that came here and say, you know what, ne? You don't kill another. Is it good to kill another person?
It's not.
Okay, do not steal. Is it good to steal?
No.
Okay, is there a culture that promotes stealing and killing each other and all that? No ways, guys. Those 10 commandments were made intentionally to condition people to behave in a certain way. There is no God that came with those things. No ways. And it's in every culture that you shouldn't take another man's wife. We don't want people killing each other here. And you think it's God who came with this thing?
Mara, okay, I have a question. Don't you think that because the Bible is very old to a point where it spread through all these cultures, and then everyone started adapting to this, good morality?
I think the Bible should be revised. It's too old. It's way too old. Okay, morality didn't come with the Bible. The Bible corrupted people. All right, people used to be better human beings with good values, moral values, before the introduction of this Bible by the people who were carrying guns, killing people and raping people. And they give you a book and you say this good book is good. African tradition of Ubuntu is by far better than this thing that we are doing now. Right now, we are not safe anymore. The morality of every nation where there is the Bible and there is a God called Jehovah, which is brought by some pale people that comes from Europe, is chaotic.
Mara, my question now, I don't know if this is going to come out as a question. Okay, I don't think the Bible came with those people from Europe. They already had the Bible. People from Europe, he's saying...
To us, it came with those
No, here's what I'm saying. Morality, it was already written in the Bible, right? Morality was already written in the Bible. For us, the moral part of the Bible, maybe we were experiencing that those days, but it was already there. Meaning what? Meaning Uri, back in the days, maybe you met someone who knew the morality, right? Because the Bible was there before we were colonized. The Bible was there before we were colonized. Because there's an argument that says Christianity didn't come with those colonizers. There's a Bible that outdate colonization. Right? It was found, it's proven. So my chart here is the morality side of this conversation. The Bible came before colonization. That's number one. Therefore, the Bible and its moral existed way before us.
We need facts. First, he's Christian. I'm not religious, and my argument is not gonna really be channeled by any religious belief. Okay. First, we guys, we need facts when we talk about certain things which affect us. So, like, first, morality has always been there.
Yes.
All right. Morality was not brought by some book.
True.
If you're gonna say that, you are telling us that our ancestors were immoral. You understand what I'm saying? We come from the lineages of a lot of thousands and thousands of people behind us, right? We're representing them here now. So you think those people were backwards? And they were immoral, like they taught you, like the white people taught you, because they want you to hate yourself. They want you to think you are a nobody without them. You understand what I'm saying? They want you to hate yourself and love them. All right? So now, they taught us that we were backwards. We had kingdoms here in Africa. All right? We had a lot of civilization. We traded with the Arabs and Indians and all that. Way before these guys came with their book of immorality. All right? So, we African people have a legacy of some serious morality, and it's not written in some book. We don't write things. No, we don't write things here in Africa. We practice things, and we put them in our heads. You understand? For generations, orally we educate each other, and Ubuntu is our moral values. And if you look at it, you will see that the origin is Africa. And Christianity values are stolen from African values. So the Bible didn't exist in Africa, all right? They say there is another book in Ethiopia, all right? But we need to look at the origin of this Bible thing and the time in which it was created. The Bible was created in Rome, all right? It was created there by Constantine, Emperor Constantine there.
You didn't know for sure.
All right. No, you will do research on that.
This one didn't know, but he's a Christian.
Yes, and you will even have the date of creation.
I heard you were in church.
So they created Christianity in Rome, and they didn't just create it. It is a tool to condition the minds of the masses so they can be obedient to the ruling elites. That's what the religion, every religion in the world has a purpose. There is no God that created any religion. It's man-made. You understand?
No wonder why back then when there were slaves, for you to be a free slave, you would then have to join Christianity. Once you join Christianity, you are a free slave then. So no one that we're doing that. So meaning you must check your things. Imagine if it was us
Stop going to church.
No. Imagine if it was us, Christians, who went to Europe to colonize them and then teach them about Mwario ancestors.
Yeah, we were gonna do that. Actually, when you conquer people, you give them your culture and your religion and your names. That's why even today, I'm sure we all have some European name here, right?
Yeah, my name is Elton.
What's your name, bro? What's your name? You don't have another one. So your parents were not mentally conditioned.
See your parents. I don't have another one.
I also don't, man. But I got a story. No. I have a story about this thing of not having Christian name. They used to call it Christian name, right? Because you have to be like them, right? So now I went to start primary school there, right? Then they were asking us names and all that. I was like, my name is Libuan. They said, what is your Christian name? I said, I don't even know. He said, okay, when you come back tomorrow, you must tell us, ask your parents, what's your Christian name? I went to my mom's, man. And then she said, I saw that she didn't even know. I didn't have, bro. So she was like, your name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel! Throughout primary, when I was called Emmanuel. Emmanuel and all that. Yeah, my slave name. Yeah, until such time that I became conscious, and by the time I took an ID, I was in grade 11, so I went with my dad to Home Affairs there, and then even Home Affairs, they asked what's the Christian name is. That's how bad it is, bro. And then my dad is very mentally liberated. He knew politics a lot and all that. It's like he doesn't have another name. It's just that name. You understand?
Just that.
So I was very lucky that he begged it up. Maybe I was gonna be Emmanuel or something. Which is not even Venda. I mean, ask yourself a question. This thing that we're talking about, that you conquer people, you enforce your culture to them. Your religion, your belief system, all of your belief system, and the names. All right. So, do you any nation anywhere in the world where they were never colonized, they do not have the names of other people? That's why white people don't have African names or Asian names or what. You see, we Africans have European names. If a country was colonized by France, they will have French names. If Portugal, they will have Portuguese names. If Britain is going to have British names, like here in South Africa, we're colonized by the British. So we have British names. You understand what I'm saying? So we've been whitewashed by these people. Yeah. That's why today we are Christians, because we were colonized by the Christians. You understand what I'm saying? But so in West Africa, you'll find that there are a lot of Islamic people, Muslim. Of Islamic religion, right? Why? Because they were colonized by the Arabs. Yeah. So it's all about power.
Just to wrap it up on this Christianity thing. So what do you believe in? What keeps you going? Is it ancestors or God? Or, okay, it's not God for sure. What is it?
It's not God for sure.
But it's nothing. You just live life. We have this other guy called Dan. He believes in 1 + 1. He's going to 2.
I believe in 1 + 1.
Yeah. No. I think that guy's got a point. I am not a believer. Who said you should be a believer? I'm not a believer. I'm a knower. I got to know. Yeah.
You know all.
I have to know. If there is something, I must know it. I must see it and know it. Believe. You know what belief is, man. what is it, guys? Like, I mean, I have to accept that something exists without proof. That's why you will believe that there is some big guy in the sky that's watching us. Come on. Yeah. No, so I don't, man. I stopped being a believer. Yeah, so right now I'm free, man. I'm freed.
Yeah,
You're a prisoner.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Religious people are prisoners. Yeah, you are conditioned to behave in a certain way, and you are conditioned to freeze your mind and stop thinking. Every time you want to do something, they will go to the book, they read a verse there, and it's over. Now you don't think beyond that. What is that?
Yeah,
So if there is a God who gave us the brains, and he wants us to not think beyond that Bible, you could have really conditioned us not to think more than what's in that Bible. So now that that thing is man created, we think above it. You see?
I get that.
This conversation is deep.
Hey,
Every time when we have this conversation here on this podcast, not last time, there was a time when we had this conversation. There were ladies here. We almost fought. We almost fought.
Yeah, of course, definitely religions are made to divide people. Yeah. A lot of wars are based on religion. Like if you look at it, everywhere America fights people of other religions. Yeah, that's why they are busy killing Muslims there. These people of Islamic religions and all those, the Arabs and all that. You see, man, religion causes divisions and hatred. Period.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. Today, I was telling this guy, hey, there's a guest who's coming. Say, that guy over here.
Talking about something like that, something related to, you see, slaughtering people, this and that. So this guy came to my room, he woke me up, we have to record Venda. Who's coming, Chief? Is it that guy over here?
Yes. Yeah, the CEO is what? Anti-what?
Anti-ritual killings.
Anti-ritual killings.
Yeah.
What does what's the meaning behind that? Anti-ritual killings. So you are against the rituals. So people kill people for rituals, ne? They are performing rituals.
Yeah, they do it a lot all over Africa. They're doing that, these guys.
Is it a thing then? So people that we lose, we are not just losing them. Those things they're just rituals, ne? I'm assuming if it's like that. Because where I'm from, there's no such thing. When a person is slaughtered, we be like,
where are you from, man?
Rustenburg.
Oh, from
So there's
You don't know.
Yeah.
But tell us the background of how this organization started.
Why? Yeah.
Now.
I don't know if we should address it in English or Venda because I want
the Venda people to know.
Okay, all right. No, okay. Ndikolibwa bad ne rosvika une nambidza pano uniramba nga mapungo anonga haya na kwa affecta ange unendera pa hone ndi Venda ne hezwi zovia ne ndi zwithu zwine ndi culture ya vhathu vathu, right? Kale angeni ona lutendo lwa uri arali khosi ichikoda manda manje ufuna uri usacrifice umuntu, right? Muthu olani achisacrifice wachitwa icho chithavelo uvulayiwa nga imwe ndila ya upfisa kutungu bade dziphatsi dzibvisiwa miraḓo ya muvhili ive kubvisiwa muthu akuchila, right? Usikachifa kuti kubvisiwa dziphatsi ngoralo.
This one deserves a translation, Chief, for the people out there. So he's saying that they remove the body parts while the person is still alive. They cut you, they remove the parts for rituals. While you are still alive, you can see your liver right there. They are removing it.
That's right. Your genitals and all that, they remove everything while you're still alive, man. It's still happening. So now, hezwo zwithu zvoraliho ne namusi richihula zvazvione nne ndichihula una zvitori zvinji badi zverava richibudziwa upfi nyenyea viyanyi una family dzinaro dzidiva dzadzibusiness people vane vakubulaya vathu ria zvidive zvitwa zvo zvine rikuti utauri kuzvidzumba and all those things ringasiprotecte vathu vazvigevenga vanokubulaya vathu. So now vathu vabelieve vatenda uri uri business dzavo dzichimbire. Alright, vange Venda ngeni ange area buri nyabuthulamela ufuna uri uvhiwe muthu ujiwe sechanda chigweliwe chitupuni cha business anepala cha muthu ngobona. And ezwo zwithu zvifuna itiwa kha vathu vho no dzula nepo kha yo community ne ndi dzi customers dzavo vathu.
Ezwikaita muṅwe na muṅwe.
Zwikuita nga maanḓa not luthihi nga ṅwaha ndi kwamba Tshiṱavha na Tswera ne Tshiṱavha na Tswera vhathu a vha tsha mangala zwa zwino ro lindela uri vhulaiwe muṅwe muthu ngori muthu wo fhedzisela u vhulaiwa tshavhe vhulaiwa last year ne
ho vha na u ḽea wana badani
ha dovha vha na hoyu muṅwe we a waniwa badani last year u vhulaiwa vhathu mathomoni a ṅwana ṅwane okay na ṅwana no vhulaiwa muthu already ne i tshi sala tshi ri December u nga ḓivha na iṅwe phungo na muholo vhapfi u vhulaiwa nga niyo nḓila ne ngori zwine vha ita zwone ne vha ṱuwa vha swika vha kambisa muthu vha tshi mukambisa fhaḽa vha ṱuwa naye somewhere vha swika vha muvhulaya vha fhedza vha set up scene as if ndi accident or something ngo zwi vhona vha ita hezwo zwino vhathu vhanzhi vha ya vhubviswa these days vha tshi wana muthu o lovha tshipfi ndi oviwa vha vha khou tifenda uri ha mara hu na parts dzoṱhe na upfi ano maḓuvha khou shumisa malofha ngo vhona vha khou ralo zwino hu khou pfi vha khou shumisa malofha so hu na zwiṅwe zwithu zwine zwo affecta not just nṋe ne zwo affecta vhathu vhanzhi badi vha age group yanga ana muṅwe mukomana wanga unopfi Edi ne ndi nga si ḓivhe ni muṱuku yeah onopfi Edi a tshi pfi Edward Mndalamo hola munna ne ova a president ya SRC ndi Makhado kana he was very smart that guy man. He was very smart. I loved that guy, yeah, you know, because of his character and all that ne a cross mani a sharp blind hola munna ne a khou fhedza ngeni tshikoloni ono na mshuma ko to mushuma ne ndandithengwe tshikoloni hafhalani and then tshikolo tsha bva hafhalani kholo ya ḓa ya uri hwala hafhalani hola munna wa driver a ḓa ri kuvhangana ri vhudza hafhalani a ri no it all over. I was frozen man, I couldn't believe it man, even then because but was school over kale chilo bathu vahulwane and namusi muthu olova na ḓiro shavha no bva nnḓa vhusiku no tshuwa bani muthu olova no understand and that guy was young man, I believe it anga waka na 20 something yes like I'm to kula man. It affected me only to find out uri hola muno to viva havana zwiṱori zwinzhi badi zwa vhathu vhane vha hone vha tshi khou amba uri itea mini vhathu vha zwera vha zwi ḓivha zwa uri itea mini khola muno vha to zwi ḓivha zwi fhedza so that is one of those that happened and then havha na zwiṅwe zwiṱori zwinzhi badi ne ho vha na mafhungo a hola muthanga tendi ne no vhulaiwa ne fhala
uya kwamba ngatsho ndi zwa munyaya tshifhinga thuntsha aya ntabia wa kwamba ngatsho
musi
so now avala mukomana wanga vhamusanda khosi ya vhamusanda ava ni a zwiḓivha zwo vho to viwa musi na vhone vho to viwa vha via na vhamusanda ava vhathu alright so
what's happening there
yeah but la vhathu ndi dzi barbarians dza serious but it's about backwards nga maanḓa I mean uri arali tshi business ne i vha successful nga dzi parts dza vhathu ne I'm telling you, what Elon Musk about the Okubra, what the Okubra, billions of dollars. Do you think we ShopRite, all these big stores, they're killing people?
No.
I know ways, man. You have to sell your product, man. Compete. You compete. Yeah. So, we go to so. Oda bana rufura wala mkala bachitaba bo west ne. Ndi malume akutsyanga bamthanzi dio. Ndi malume akutsyanga bala mtu. So, nane zwila ndofa zombaisa bad la zwithu. Ngwabona. So ndo vhaisala ngoralo nne ndi muthu ane ndi actor nga impulse ngobona sometimes I start acting if something is happening I act, you understand what I'm saying like what I just did there in the gate I acted on impulse. I felt, you know, I'm being disrespected, you know what, I need to be addressed. So I did the same thing. I felt, you know what, it's just no pain. So I would was morale and then it was normal and all that. Then I went on Facebook and then I created that page, you understand? I didn't even consult anybody. I just created it and then like a caption and people you know what, let's boycott this. But the idea was to boycott all the businesses. I mean, these people are killing people in that community so that the community members can come and buy from them. So the best way to deal with them is to stop buying from them. You right?
Yeah.
So now I didn't know uri vatu vatsvera nachitava va backwards bad. I'm sorry to say it like that. But vatsvera nachitava va backwards bad. Va backwards ngamanda. Bo bhalelwa u boycott the businesses ne. And what is excuses uri to ringa guy and all those things ne. Which shows uri and vatu vane va uri abantu vanangelekanyo yavhuḓi nahone a vha understand vhutshilo nga nḓila ine a tea u understand wanga. I mean nṋe zwine nda tenda khazwo ne na zwine nda ḓivha zwi tshi itiwa hafha nṋe nda dzula hone muthu no vhulaya muvhulayi.
Ni nga si ri ndi ḓo renga gai the cost ya vhutshilo ha muṅwe
Vhutshilo ha muthu.
But it means those rituals are wicked.
No,
Because now the people, they have that thing, you're okay. It means whoever they killed for that ritual is wicked.
No, it's not working.
So why are they saying Rengaga?
No, it's their mindset.
They're backwards.
They're backwards. I said they're backwards. It's all in the mindset, guys. We have a lot of places, a lot of communities that killed people. And even Chitaba, when we were still young, like about 90s. Obrai wa batting a community abvisana dziphatsi dza vhathu ngobona. So vhathu va chera na va chitava ndi dzi cowards. They are big cowards and they protect these people vane va kuvhulaya vhathu ngori ndi dzi cousins dzavo ndi makhotsi munene avo va ku va protecta vo ni nga si protect tshigevhenga shangoni. Havhala vhathu havhala muno kuitela zwithu havhala vhathu va dzi business. Ene dzine ra dziḓivha zwo ndi vhonyi na vhonyi ne nane vhathu ka anani vhala va swera ne phala nane vhala chitava vano kuvhulaya vhathu ndi dzi serial killers havhala vhathu. How many people are they killing? How many have they killed? Ndi dzi serial zwa zwino vha kuvhulaya vhathu nane pa ḓoroboni apa makausu Jamestown vha vho to tevhela vhathu hanefha. So apa vhathu ndi dzi serial killers zwo zwo ri swera na chitava a huna uri muthu anga soko wanala offer ra vhona nga ri natural death. We must suspect every time there's a person ane orova usingo lwaliwa then anga vho to vhulaiwa.
You know, I always used to hear njelele dzabuya bati isa zifisi zikutoramiswa hai chitava ndi njelele
na chitava cha njelele na chitava cha swera.
Oh, chitava cha samandu.
Habeli ndi diva chitava cha njelele ndi diva chitava cha njelele ndikori nacho ndi chiri hey.
No njelele vangasi zviite vhathu va njelele va active badisa. Yeah, they are very forward. Those ones ne you do a slight crime you know, they're going to kill you.
Na chakuma va roma muna muthu atorwiwa
Zvino nani kudiwa zvino misanda kama musanda wa chitava ukuita mini kama
Okay, that one no ati ndono dzi abandari ava vhathu va dzi traditional leadership ne misande nune ava la vhathu va ḓivhi zwine vha khou ita ava ḓivhi mushumo wavho vha vhona ungari vha funa u dzula vhuluvhiwa mushumo wavho uri vhathu vha vhaluvhe ndo ḓe ri luvhe ni nga luvha evana. Okay, vha misanda vha bizopfi muhali and all those things ne. Do you think uri is appropriate uri nṋe ndo rali ndiri muhali ndi tshi amba muthu wa coward? I mean seriously, let's be honest. All right, and zwino nṋe I've looked around to vhona na musanda na muthihi ane a sa vhe coward hafhalani Venda ḽoṱhe. Yeah, ubva kha onoyu uṱoniwa hone ndi mini zwezwi zwithu and then chivase ndi mini zwezwi zwa chivase noni ndi tshigevhenga musula muthu ndi tshigevhenga tsha serious ha protect vhathu and all that emuna zwino ndo muhali nga
protector
vhathu. Yeah, mushumo wa musanda ndi protector vhathu. So hava vhathu hava vhoṱhe ne ava ḓivhi zwine vha khou ita and ndi dzi cowards a huna muhali hafhala fhethu man. A huna muhali na muthihi. Okay, ro organize march ne Rich organize a match. I was very naive. I didn't know these people are useless. I understand. I didn't know, bro. Seriously, I didn't know. No, I thought because Kakamisi washangona nepala ndivatu vane vaburi vakunohumbura ne. And ramwala memorandum, right? Ramwala memorandum petition like uri but they receive machine yangi. Rasa kuda testa. Rasa dizo accuse of bavia. You understand that? No, I didn't know. I don't understand. The day before the march, my car was tampered with in my home. Only to find out but we just but because vavona ngari ndiko vatarget and did you know uri vavhiya you understand ndosazvidivi uri vakupomokiwa kezvo zvito I had to learn. People had to tell me, Chief, you don't know shit. Yeah, you understand that? Yeah. So, abongo dava jia memorandum. Yabo vatu. Vachera voto rumela vatu vange police station amakui. Uri vadeva jia yo memorandum. Voto kombechidziwa na ono. You understand? Vachitava bongo dano uda. Ndo yaka vachitava vakanda swikanda ndo vana mitango niswika 2 na avo vala munhu. Asi leader vala muntu. Ahuna leadership pala betu. Ahuna muhali yabo betu man. Ahuna muhali zvakuti kuti aratishingwa konadzera kavabvisiwe. Abana mushumo bekuita mini.
Vote kana vala vachitava kesi.
Vote. Yeah. Okay. Mushumo wa msanda ndo protector vatu ti. Now preserve a culture. Bekuita ndisipe zvino bekuita kuti. Zvino kuita ndikwamba uri zvino tuwani nisvike niye khavo vathu nisvike ndiri na problem ke ni vona zvoitoitiwa na itohandliwa na utori una zvinhu zvine tingatozviamba zvinongori ndika royal council ne we trying to push an agenda ne mara ndatotozviamba randasiwa palava I can't do that because I have to lead. All right, so when you are a leader there are certain things that you don't talk about mara if ndakwatisa ndozviamba. Okay.
There's also this thing that's trending. Fiona, Mia Fiona saw she went on a podcast. She's asking for help. And let's just try to push as a podcast. Let's say that thing must stop because I think it's related to whatever is happening. Because Barnama police they're not acting misanda. Ufim misanda we saw a chere the open msanda.
Useless body.
Boyangangani ajena mtu msanda ngangumungangani. Ola mtu ojena cards yao and then cards yao vako penga. Hey, it's a lot, man. So a lot is happening in Venda. So they even did a match. Yeah, they even did a match.
One or two.
Then it's Venda. You need a drone.
Chakuma. Musibe uchakuma pala na market ni abura mtu mapolisa chidana rent. Shera zwino. Na chitava ne. Emuna not to anashuka na leader strike or whatever ne vadoni ambula bote vanodana fari rozgara vala bada ne lela swinga zwa mtava ngeke kuvisa vatona kwa mtava ne do you know uri rinero ro farisiwa yo ro fari ro canceliwa ro yange uri roba smart enough muri those guys both visa zwigidi ti visa zwigidi then rambo to write the counter charges ngobona vachibva bunofurera so vapedza vorivhurera dzicases dzaassault to what and all those things then anerasvika ravhura rari inonorithetena chigidi yeah so vamboti ikono mapolisa ari tanamba ndokanzera vewe then rakanzera but the point ndeyakuri ne svera nachitava vathu vone ndi madhodho ne I'm not gonna even hide it, man. Dodo ndi dodo tiri already but we got the definition ya dodo ritova pa yona uri ndi mini and ezo zvine vaita zvone zvinofika dodo ne ari nguzviita ni dodo yeah so it's as simple as that so vathu vatsvera na chitava ndi madhodho first ba protector vathu voita zvobvawo ka society ne and havo vonokuita vonokuzama ulugisa shango vaya va reporter dodo pedzero ana bomba dodo ndemune ndochilisana shango lindi nawo namulalo namu ndochilisana
chakuma ba romo vake gurwa vala ne vadela apala market 24 kana nikoro yana chipinga adeni ndona vaone vala vetu ana mtu nojia chitu cha mungu
so ndimini chitu chanacho kuti ite akungudze zwa zvitu zvoviwa vathu
okay no busambuso ya the bad man first ne rinerichi organizer that movement roba ro organizer rich go instigator you understand that uri vathu va revolt ngauri government hauna zvine yakuita the government is not doing anything government aihuna zvine yangaita ngori na mapolisa one are willing to investigate anything rakuzvidiwa zvo vangasishume mara nasedza dzipost dzanga ne ndiva ndichikuri vathu vakwata ngozibona ndiva ndikuinstigate kuti vathu kavakwata you understand hezvi monokwata va revolt vono revolt vafanoita mini bulayani vhathu no kuitela zwithu apa bulayiwa. There is no other way ngori zwa zwino ne havhala vhathu avongo bulayiwa and all that vha could roam around and all that ne they are very boastful now uri there's nothing that can be done ne, which means they will do it freely. I'm telling you ne, arali government chipolisa na masole ne hedzi vhathu zwo createwa u zwi protect vhathu shangoni, all right, but arali hezwo zwa faila ne mapolisa masole a faila u protecta vhathu mapolisa a faila ne, you are stripped to defend yourself. You must defend your community, you must defend your family, and you must defend yourself. It's your right, my man. Yeah, it's your natural right given to you by whoever. You can say it's God if you want.
If you want.
Yeah, but it's our right. Not given by some government somewhere, nowhere. It's our birthright to protect ourselves as human beings. And that's why I'm saying, if I had my way, I would kill those people who are killing people.
So abe zwithu zwiita ngendi uyavha na pfungwe inopfa kwenye kuvulayiwa muthu khamusi apfi nganyi nanyi apesela u vulayiwa muthu
zvinothoma zvambiwa so zvaitea vhathu vothe vava kuzvidiva usatina
Nothing. Nothing. I'm telling you,
so vhathu va musanda so nongasave ni kuita mini ke zwithu ni chifo ku ṱoḓea muthu ena uyo nguvulayiwa then apesela u vulayiwa.
Okay, I'll say this ne. Ndoba ndi haya ni last year. Ndi musanda palani. Ndi musanda Vasco that musanda palani. Achidapa lava kwamburi hupfi ene ukudhubulaya muntu. Ati ndizvozvoitea woti kuromba mavari vari. Oda ari hupfi ene ari Vasco achikubunwa ndikuzvipa rwamba so ndikuzvipa mandikwamba ngwa. Oda ari pota kava musanda uri hupfi ene ukudhubulaya muntu. All right?
Before.
Yeah. And then I came back. Usatupelana dzibekingana hapfi ubulayiwa muntu se. Endi pungo ya finduno la munhu. Ati aingoto ya findiene. Nothing happen. All right? Una bathu munomba uri ndri na Vasco daka uri ne udonsuwa and all those things. You understand? Ngori ndo ugovia. Netimbayanda ndikuvia. Ne ati tubenda mbana muthu na mthinda ari kuvia. Ne no see aunandwa mtia ndo benda ri ukuvia. Bathu ba community bathu amba bari nyukuvia. Ngobona. And nera mtsinda mwana ka Facebook. Ndipo ndizingusika ndamwana ndari mugede ovia. No. But what about the mwana ti? Zvino nne ndijena gaya ne. Ngobona. Then this is what is happening. After that muthu dolila badi nduri nne ndiko treatwa sharp and all those things ne. Apese are there ridzule sa committee ya musanda ne. Ndiko sumbedzisa por ne samsada wachera kuita something. All right? At the watch tava nona cancel auna na khoro musanda watch tava ndi family affairs ya family ya close family ya ba musanda watch tava tswera una zwi structures zvote you understand rina vhathu vhabidza musanda after ula munoro chabe o obulayiwa pala rovabidza musanda but vona kupomokiwa rari dani apa noni veiwe ni ritaluchedzo rwa ishangu lichikovamba mapungu aso ngamthi vata vava vachikuamba palani uri whatever zvinova kwamba zvone mara the message was ari kotoda we're not going to tolerate this thing, we don't want this thing ngoba. So we've been vocal about it musanda watsvera uri ari todi vathu vanobulaya vathu tsvera. It doesn't even matter kana ritual killing kana nikubulaya muthu chipotoni or whatever. Ari kustoda zvithu rikoda vathu vachichira va free shangoni nikozvona the position ya burine musanda watsvera. And as this stage now ndiva ndikwamba sa secretary ya royal council ya tsvera uri tsvera musanda ari todi vadzulapo vatsvera vanobulaya vamwe ari zvitodi ezvo zvithu.
Community.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to do interviews.
Right. Yeah, maybe we must organize an interview.
Yeah.
I don't problem. Sana wabone bato daba amba. Position ya mundiye ne ari ko to daba twachibula iwo. Shamula share. Yeah.
So na account kwa ka Facebook yene yatamba mafungo othe ifi mpho yasho.
Oh yes.
Yeah, ndikwenye kudive ela account ndiyanyiswa ukuthi.
Ela account twamba ngone unompumuka watu
because nabone unopumukiwa ndito washoka.
Na una chiti nditupumuka kacho.
Ndo na ye account yamba umuntu ofiswa hani aite ashuka poswa ngagolo yanyi so ndikwenye kudiva ela account ndiyanyi.
Utamba ngone ane wola mtu tizondinyi nikobona account zote za anonymous pala unothi badibi all watu
basho
like guys okay first okay let's clear up this thing first I'm not the character that is scared guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even scared of dying. No, who's gonna live forever? If I feel that I'm doing right, I can take a blade for that. But if you decide to kill me, you must not miss, because I won't miss. It's as simple as that. So there is no way uri ndishkodwamba mapungu ndi hide. Ara ndishkodwamba zvintu zviyamba. Ngona director will say it. I don't hide behind any names and nothing. No. Ndito zviamba directly zvikobva kane direct. So atina any fake account and all those fake accounts the accounts zavantu vane tidhivi zvondibonyi mara ndiko vafunesa wala vatu vakuita mpo washu whoever you are bro, you're doing a very great job. You have shown us who the killers are and you have narrated the story. Big shout to mpo washu, man, come on, continue doing whatever you're doing, man. You are our hero. You must go on and tell us who's doing all these things. We want that.
And any message to the killers?
Any message, anything? Yeah.
Ndala itodina ngona ndala ndala problem ni ndala mani nikobona vatu vana ndala vashangoni ti anala mapungu ala ni usokotwa ninge Venda usokomona mona ndisokujika jika usina zvona kuita sikuvuwa na jika jika vatu vaZimbabwe vakodhani pala vatahura dzitsimu vawana chelede inyi usikudzura nikujika jika ndizvo zvinokuitisa kuti vatu vajenisokela zovhiya izvozvo. So zvinoenda ngamba zvone ndizvori vatu lishani majita man lishani udzura yani vana purpose muchironi namusinzi kwachikoloni azviyambizoni finochika chikatsvaira ninge nachitava and all those things dhani nitodhemishimusa vamwe vatu ti nive vatu namapungo usokutodhunwa alonisina chelete nitodhunwera mini alonisina chelete nikubavhanira rebhulu vatondirenga ngazvo tsurani ayani nisina chelete. I don't even remember ndichibva yani ndatuwa ndasvika ndaya petro nokuniwa halo chipotoni whatever ndisina chelete nikosi petro nikorengerwa nganyalo nge nikorengerwa nganye tsurani ayani ari ndisina chelete nisha chipotoni nituwa nofara chelete nazvidivo rokera ndofara 50 randa nditorenga mabhodhero maviri ningo understand nichipedza nituwe nituwe nichipedza pala naye mapungu nikosuku epana be careful uri nitwa nanyi mani vatu vanji pane vovhiya ne machita manja nezvinyazvidivo vomposho vakuzviyamba ti baba singotochuza ovhiya niyato zvo mutu unokurengerwa halo ukambiwa badi niasikambofa na mutu unokurengerwa halo mutu unokurengerwa halo ne uva wana opportunity chouno ngoti chingadita yasanwe for the next 3 weeks unwera kati and uwapaka ngori
zvino ndingazitwa kamsa uya baba kochekera nditenda make sure ndokambiwa vachisara chitwa ndive ndishapa.
Listen ndikusvika nepala ndikuona munaka ndi mumwe hamajita anonzwa zvipotoni anepala asina na chelede ne achisvika pala ni ndichirenga bhiya yanga ri havadonitengeravo ndari mfowethu ari chile ndasvika ndari bhiya 5 ne abe munaka azvidizori ndikaditova ndarenga dzimwe udova kutotohwa uzhomba kenzila you understand achipedza pala ndari dzimwe 5 munaka is finished you understand is finished but vanji vonovhiwa vavhiwa ngezvito vakukambiwa vala vatu ndi vatu vonokukambisiwa ngobona havala vana vadzibusiness dzani ngetsvera nachitava kunovhiya vatu apa sikuvhiya mumwe mumwe vavhiya vatu vazvidhako nisaedze patu unovhiwa ndizvidhako ndi vatu vane potoma vakambisiwa vagidhimwa navo usiku vanenge and all that kusvikira vatu vonoedzera vothe kunoitwa izvo zvito ndazvo ndizoona mutu unoposiwa pataneni kukaresidential area avotuliwa zoita usiku uhuru ngori ovokangwe mutu ngobona mara machita vancareful ari vena purpose muchironi ari zvi understand uri beer itohumbeliwa utoshumiwa yarengiwa ende auyiwi potoni nisako yo urenga nidzura yani ndiye mapungo nazo na mapungo ane kava ne avungotofosiwa ne vane votovolunteer vane ri vadiva ari nga doromba ngamadzina ani ngotoshonisa but zvikoshonisa but I mean muthu mutukutuku I mean wa age yango ubusy una zvinhu rangaita zvinhu zvongaita chelede man una tsitsimu avo vathu vana vabebi vana tsitsimu wanisa tuwinge na tsimu na skana lima na licha utoda chelede ngobulaya muthu ukusukana ne wa 2000 rand zokushonisa noshonisa nobulaya muthu so nende zvine ndangamba kava vaturi come on man ngotoshonisa
What an episode, man. Hey. Back talk with the boy with the back. TBWTB. We out. Alright, guys, everyone. We out.
Danko.